So, this is it. The very last thing that Riot Forge will ever send me. They have sent me the collector's edition of their Bandle Tale thing, and I was not especially excited for Bandle Tale. Because it's just... I'm not that much of a cozy gamer, really. And the art style... Ooh, that made a noise. Just sort of isn't really my thing. And I'd been kind of down on Convergence, which is a game I think... Which, like, both Convergence and Song of Nunu and Made Secret, frankly, all showed signs of... I think, at least, showed signs of being a bit crunched. Like, not in the sense necessarily that there was crunch on the development team, I don't know anything about that, but that their concepts were a bit crunched. That like, their stories got a bit crunched right near the end. Especially Song of Nunu has a very abrupt ending that sort of doesn't really resolve the plot lines that have been set up in the game. It just sort of leaves it on a to be continued in the future, maybe, kind of vibe. Which, you know, I don't know if it ever will. It's zooming a little bit. And Convergence was... I mean, I just think it bore a lot of signs of a lot of meddling. Like, it feels like the game developers there wanted to do one thing, and Riot sort of forced them away from it at the last minute, and there was the game with a bunch of signs of rewrites at the last minute, in my opinion. Okay, but as usual, Riot is on their game with these collector's editions. As ever, I'm not here to recommend you buy these, because it is, like, even if it's a bunch of very nice plastic crap, very cute plastic crap, very fun plastic crap, it is still plastic crap. And their collector's editions are the same as collector's editions of anything, which is, they're cool, if you have room for a bunch of plastic crap in your house. But it is melancholic. Like, I have had this thing of like, oh shit, I should have been nicer to the game, shouldn't I? Like, which is an arrogant feeling, because it's like my positive review of any of these. That's not going to be the thing that made the difference. Like, because Riot screwed this up all on their own. They didn't need help from me. And the people at Riot, like the Riot Forge people, got screwed by their management. Because Riot said 100,000 times, oh, we're committed for the long term, we're in it for the long term, we're in it for the... Yeah. Sure you are. Of course you are. Why not? You can't believe them. Like, Riot's management are snakes and liars. Oh, it's actually a wooden pin. Rumble I've got here. I wonder if there's different pins in different collector's editions. I don't know. Got Rumble. Let's pop her out here. We've got Lulu. Those are I should actually get that. Because something I haven't talked about that Riot, the fine folks over at Legends of Runeterra sent me, was their Christmas care package that they send out to influencers, and I'm like, I'm not even that much of a Legends of Runeterra guy. Like, I review the cards occasionally. I want to do that again soon. But they did send me, let me see if I can get it in the shot, this, like, a lovely, a gorgeous, really high quality canvas bag with a little chip on there, and I've been using that as the canvas. Oh, please don't kill the plant, baby. I've been using that as the canvas to stick all of the damn pins they also sent me onto. Some of the pins, unfortunately, had kind of shitty latches. Like, the locks on them were not that good, and they fell off. I still have the pins, but the locks are somewhere on a street somewhere. Who knows? God knows where. But I figure Lulu and Rumble would make good companions down here on the pocket. Down there, and then I just hope that the damn locks hold this time. Since it's wooden, I feel good about it. Like, it's a wooden pin, so it doesn't apply that much pressure to the lock, so surely it'll hold, but Anyway, they sent me that. They sent me a bunch of other things as well. But the canvas bag has really... It's really good for going shopping for groceries. Like, it holds a lot of shit. It's excellent. I'm very, very happy with that. Oh my god, cats. So, let's have a look at these little minifigures. Oh, they come with stands. Oh, I see. So, here is the Master of All Evil, Vagar, with his more updated look, as you might expect. What are you two doing? Honestly. Let's see if I can get him onto the stand here. How do you do? How do you do? Where's the opening? Is it just a little bit of brute force? I think it is. Okay, a little more brute force than I'd like. Okay, he's on there. Boop. Let's see, we've got Invisible Teemo. I quite like that. That is quite cute, I will admit. Yeah, you gotta press pretty hard, and even then it doesn't feel like it's a super secure base. So, like, I would be careful with these. Like, I think that base can come off pretty quick. Like, you might have to glue it on, actually. Which I wouldn't like to do, but... because just the tension of the plastic itself, whoa, doesn't quite do it. There's some gorgeous details in this thing. No writing in book, unfortunately, but, you know, probably hard to do. Let's see. Old Man Corky, who really desperately needs that visual update. So he can look like an actual Yordle. He doesn't even have the ears, you know. Is it the other way around? I don't know if there is a specific way around they have to go, but that seemed to work. But yeah, Riot did with Riot Forge the same thing that has scuppered a bunch of their projects, which is they came in guns blazing. Like, really just guns blazing. And sort of assumed that they could brute force their way to success in a gaming space that they didn't have any presence in. Same thing they did with Legends of Runeterra, frankly. Oh wow, Tristana really doesn't want to stay on her base. Am I gonna have to glue you? Okay, I think you'll just barely do it. They came in all guns blazing, and poured. Like, if Riot Forge is unsustainable, like, oh, it's too much money, we can't afford to do it, the economy has changed, the interest rates are no longer zero, and all that shit, like they claim, some stickers, then, like, the blame for that is squarely at their management pouring way too much fucking money into every single goddamn project. Because, like, Riot does this over and over again. They way overcommit. They spend way too much money on individual things. And then when it doesn't set the world on fire on the first go, when it doesn't become the world's most popular thing, immediately these sprites are good. They kind of throw their ice cream to the floor and say, well, fuck it, then we don't want to play anyway. And they just sort of take their shit and go home. And that's why they struggle so much to build anything that's, like, lasting in so many spaces. Like, and it sort of depends on the prestige of the project, right? Like, and it depends on the stakeholders that are pushing for it. Because, like, Arcane managed to survive because it had influential people inside of Riot who were willing to, like, advocate for it and push for it and, like, really refuse to let it die and fight for it and fight for it and fight for it. But if it hadn't had that, like, if one or two key stakeholders had left at any point, then... Ooh, it's a bullet journal. Oh, dunk. With little game sprites on the pages. Doesn't seem to be anything special anywhere in the book, but it doesn't need to be, because it's a bullet journal. It's lovely. Arcane would never have happened. Like, it would have been yet another failed project internally at Riot that never went anywhere. Because it was expensive, and the head honchos at Riot didn't see any immediate profit with it. Like, they fought like hell to get that shit made. And they like, I know that Rowan, who was one of the founders of Riot Forge, fought like hell to get Riot Forge off the ground. And, like, eventually, I guess, just, like, with interest rates no longer being zero, his clout just sort of ran out because the games weren't setting the world on fire, because they were never gonna. Like, the League of Legends brand is toxic, is the thing. Everything Riot Forge put out had that, a League of Legends story. It had that branding on it, and I think that was kind of a mistake. Like, except for some games. Like, Ruined King needed that branding. Like, it really did. But, like, Song of Nunu, Convergence, like, I think they could have been much stronger as things if they had just been allowed to be their own thing and not had to suffer from the League of Legends branding. Because, like, when people see League of Legends branding, most people don't get, oh, cool, that's that high-quality AAA, like, great brand that everyone loves. Most people go, oh fuck, shit, god damn it, League of Legends, oh hell, right? Like, because it has such a terrible reputation. And I'm just talking out my ass here. I should stress. Like, it's not like I have internal data or marketing information, and I'm not trained in marketing. So, like, I'm sure smart, talented, engaged people at Riot. Oh, this is involved. This is quite involved. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to assemble that for this video. We'll see. Oh, good grief. Okay. Yeah, alright. Okay, sure. I need to get my hoodie off. I'm sure there were smart, talented, engaged Rioters, like, pouring blood and soul into making this shit work. Because there always is. Honey, stop destroying the plant. Goddamn cats. I love them so much. You do right back at it. Stop it. Oh, are you so hyper? Are you so hyper? Criminal. This criminal. We have one goddamn houseplant on the floor in here. And you have made it your enemy. Why have you done this? Why have you done this? Be shamed in front of the internet. She doesn't know what shame is. Where the fuck was it? Right. Like, there's people at Riot who know a lot more than me about all of this, who worked their asses off trying to make this shit work, only to have their legs kicked out from under them by management. And that fucking sucks. Like, I just don't think branding it as a League of Legends product was the right move, necessarily. In part because it sort of saddled it with being, like, official, mainstream League of Legends lore canon kind of thing for both Convergence and Mage Seeker. And, like, Mage Seeker probably could never have gotten away from it, but Convergence especially, and Song of Nunu, both felt like they could have benefited from being allowed to be their own thing entirely, without Like without... Oh, there's numbers on the back. Aha! Well, that makes it a lot easier to read the damn instructions. Without being forced to bear the burden of the entire League of Legends brand and, like, the lore and the main story. They signed it. Here's to you guys. Like, I know I complain about the magnitude of the instructions, but this is really fucking cool, and it's going on my shelf. Here's to you guys. You did a bunch of hard work under some impossible goddamn circumstances. You deserve recognition for that. Okay. W1, though. I need to find W1. Which goes on the base. So, let's see. It's W3. That's, they don't have numbers. Here's W1. Aha! Alright. W1. And that goes... There. Okay, I get it. I get it. So we push out these little tabs. But that's, like, the point I'm trying to get at is that the biggest hurdle for a lot of the Forge games, to me, often felt like it was having to be part of League of Legends shit, right? Like, having to be... Is that really where it goes? Because, like, it's a portal that's, like... That doesn't seem right. It's because it goes the other way. I've got this thing backwards, like that. And then as the waterfall falls down. Then it's perfect, yes, good. Like so. It feels like the biggest thing that kept tripping up Forge was interference from and having to, like, toe Riot's lines. And serve, like, the goals of the broader League of Legends universe kind of thing. That's what it felt like to me. Especially with Convergence, especially with Song of Nunu. Where Song of Nunu felt like a game that was much more ambitious than it was letting on, but which wasn't allowed to actually fully... Okay, so W2 and W3 go. But it wasn't allowed to ever fully express its ambition. Okay, so there's, like... corners on this thing. Which the frick way is up? So W2 goes... Okay, that way. Here. Let's push these tabs out. Oh, the criminal is back. She's sniffing the cardboard, that's probably okay. And then this goes here, I believe. Push, 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 push. Side wall. Hello, criminal. Hi, baby. Hi, sweetling. You gonna get into shot? Yeah, there you are. Hi. How are you? You're just gonna step all over everything I'm doing, aren't you? Yeah. That's what you do. Okay, W2, that was W3. Ah, over here. Ugh. And then that goes... well, this way. Leave Tristana... No, she went off the base. Yeah, like I said, probably gonna have to glue Tristana to her base to get her. I'm gonna put them in the box where you can't get to them. Oh, oh. Her brother criminal has shown up over at the side. Are you gonna wander into shot as well and ruin what I'm doing? That would be lovely. Easy views, cats. Let me zoom out so you can see. She's hanging out over there, and she's enjoying the paper tabs of this thing. Right, so, that way. Aha! Feeling I'm on an episode of Tinker Tailor Soldier Fry. Shout out to the Lure fans in the crowd. Okay. Might as well push out these goddamn tabs immediately. I don't have long enough nails for this. There we go. Okay, that's all the tabs out. Whoop, deal with you later. Okay. Where was I? W4. I saw that somewhere here. Aha! You. And you then are just the back walls. You go back here. No, you don't. You go back here. I think. Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. And then you. Pat, come on. Yeah. Get down there. Aha. Most of a house. Okay. Now it's L1. Now we take the L. That's L2. Is that L1? That's L1? Okay. Oh, good lord. So many tabs. Because, like, for me, from my perspective, Riot Forge was exactly the right idea. Because, as I'm going to say in an upcoming video, I will die on the hill. The League of Legends actually has an amazing world and a bunch of amazing characters and some great stories that it can tell. But that world and those stories are consistently hampered by being, you know, welded to the side of League of fucking Legends. Okay, push, push, push. Violence, violence, violence. Yeah. Which, you know, isn't really an appealing brand for a lot of people, especially for casual players, right? Like, I don't imagine any casual player in the world who will see, oh, it's a new League of Legends game. Well, that sounds like great for me, person who loves Stardew Valley and The Sims. Like, I feel like that's a difficult case to make. And it's this thing of, like, League of Legends has these great stories, these great characters. Genuinely, I think it does. But it's constantly hampered by being stuck to the side of this highly competitive, hardcore, you know, MOBA shit. Which, like, again, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a hardcore, highly competitive video game. But it is a difficult thing to... Oh my god, those cats. To, like, to branch out from. And Riot Forge, to me, seemed like exactly the right idea of, okay, then let's show people what this world looks like in other contexts. Like, when it is other things, when it is an RPG, when it is a casual farming life cozy game sim thing, whatever, when it's a 3D adventure platformer, when it's... That to me seemed like exactly the right idea. And it's just that it would have needed more time than this. Way more time than this. Where does W6... Oh, okay. Way more time than it got. And it needed to approach it from a perspective of not trying to push the League of Legends brand, but trying to separate from it. Like, make Runeterra as a thing something that can exist separate of League of Legends, the IP, right? In the same way that, you know, Middle-earth can exist separately from Lord of the Rings in a lot of video games. Like, we get the Gollum video game. We got the tons of games set in the Lord of the Rings universe. Maybe not the greatest example, since a lot of those games have focused on trying to just recreate Lord of the Rings, but you get my point, right? Like, make it a fantasy world that stands alone apart from the League of Legends nonsense. That can be its own thing. And that was going to take time. Like, that was something that, like, if it's going to be accomplished at all, was going to take years. Like, years and years. Okay, so this goes there, I guess? Okay, right. Oh, I see. It's an annex, or a side thing. Right, like, that's the kind of thing you accomplish on the scale of decades. Like, the way that Games Workshop have managed to decouple 40K almost entirely from the board game, right? When people think of 40K now, they don't think of, oh, it's the exclusively, like, it's the plastic game with the miniatures that you paint. 40K is, oh, it's the franchise thing, right? Like, it's this expanded universe thing that, what, how am I supposed to do this? What? Oh, right, it needs to face forward like this. I get it. I will say, like, instructions are well designed, and also you can just kind of tell where things fit based on the artwork. It is very pretty. It's turning out very nice. That was going to take so fucking long. That was not going to be accomplished over the course of, like, 6 indie games in 4 years. Come on. Snap in there, thank you. That was going to be a project on the scale of decades, and Riot just was not willing to give it that time to find itself, to build an identity. And I'm sad about that. I really am. I feel like Riot Forge deserved a much better chance at being successful with its own thing, rather than being treated by Riot as just like this ancillary extension of the League of Legends franchise. Okay, so now the back goes on. Where's the back? Oh, it's the thing they signed. Right, the back goes, I haven't forgotten any pieces with numbers on them. Nope, I don't think so. It's all just decoration now. Okay. Right. So this goes down over these first, all the way in, and we push the back of the thing through, and then we tamp it down again, so that it's, this one isn't going where it's supposed to. Come on. Oh, get around yourself, you little shit. There you go. Haha. And now the rest, I suppose, is just decoration. Cool. Okay, let's decorate. I want to get one of these yarn trees. Where can I put those? They have little double taps. So surely they need the double space things, or not? Because like, it doesn't make sense to put it on there, does it? No. I feel like you can maybe, if you, please don't break. If you believe you will fit. Remember, kids, if it doesn't fit, use more lube. Don't do what I'm doing. And a tree over there. They're big objects, so they should probably be in the background, right? Speaking of large objects... See, because there's this, right? This little slip tab thing, which feels like... Is that supposed to go on there? That doesn't seem right. And there aren't any, like, tabs with, like, a slice in the middle that thing's supposed to go into, so I don't really know. Oh, you can flip them over! And then they have different designs. Cool! Can you do that with the trees as well? No, they're the same designs. Okay, fair enough. Let's see, we've got a slingshot. Like, that seems like something that's supposed to, like, go on to something like this, right? But that doesn't make any goddamn sense. Do the instructions say anything about this? I suppose they don't. Oh, I see. Right. They do say something about it. They do. They do. It's these things. Have the thing. Haha. Okay. So you put that in there. Ho ho. And then you put it down, and then it's stabilized so that it fits. Okay, I see. That makes sense. Sense it makes. Okay. Trees that resemble the beast that makes you tremble. No. No growling. Are you in a mood again? No. No, that doesn't quite fit there. Here maybe? In front? No, that'll be in front of stuff. I don't want it in front of stuff. I want it behind stuff. That'll block off a nice little detail over there. I think maybe here. Yeah. Now, portal. Portal to other realm. Otherworldly place. Far away from humankind. Do we want the autumn-looking portal? Do we want the... Good question. Well, since that one is the gray, I feel like it should match, right? So, portal can float next to a river. That's enough out of you. Please don't eat them. They're made of cardboard. It's bad for you. I'm begging you, baby. Please don't eat them. Okay. Let's see. Slingshot. We need the slingshot. Slingshot needs to be there. Can't not have the slingshot. That's mandatory. Yes, hi, hello. Cardboard chewing little bastard. It should be pointing outward, shouldn't it? Yeah. There. And this little cool lamp thingy can go here. I think it fits nicely. Yeah. What else? Trees have... Oh, we have a yordle portal. The yordle portal needs to be there. Yordle portal. Hi, honey. Yeah, I know. It's very fun. Yordle portal. I kind of want the one with the things around it. That should probably go right next to the door of the building. That feels appropriate somehow. A portal next to a door. That makes sense to me. And a shrubbery. Gotta have a shrubbery. Goes here. Yeah. And what else do we got? Oh, we got some nice little stones and things. I feel like magic mystical stone goes here. And then, do I want a bush? Just a bush, that's a normal bush. Nothing special about the bush. I don't think I do. I think I want a pot of things, whatever these are. Zahaha! A densely populated Bandle City playset. This is lovely. This was a fun time. I enjoyed this, and I'll be gluing these guys down to their bases, and I will populate Bandle City with them, so they can stand around and be cute. And there's some extra bits left over, even, which is good. Like, there's a bunch of extra bases, more than you'd need for the big pieces, which I want to shout that out. That's good, because otherwise you would lose some of those tiny cardboard bits, and you'd never be able to set something up again or change things around if you wanted to, and that would suck. Okay, well, this was fun. Let's put that back away into a box so it will fit just exactly, right? Come on. Okay, fine. You will not fit. I will put you into the other box where you will fit. Yeah. Ta-da! Come on. There. A little violence and it'll fit. I guess I could also put a bunch of stickers on this thing to decorate it with. Like, at least the environmental stickers, these ones. Probably. Oh, I'll mess with that later. I think this video has gone on long enough now. Look who's over there, being grumpy. Grumpy Pinch. You'll get your lunch. That's Corky. Please don't hurt him. You'll get your lunch soon enough, you grumpy pants. Anyway, I'm sad that Riot Forge is ending. I think it deserved a lot better. And if they'd stuck with it, like if they'd been willing to burn a bit of money, like they burned so much fucking money on their goddamn esports, it could have been a great thing. But I guess there wasn't enough prestige in indie games for the Riot Games executive class bastards.